The 30-06 Springfield. If you want to talk about the ballistic grandfather of the American arsenal, this is the cartridge you are talking about. This round cut its teeth in the trenches of 2 world wars and walked away with the title of Unkillable Legend. It made its name as a precision solution for snipers when the stakes were life and death. And when it comes to sheer versatility downrange, the 30-06 is effectively the yardstick we measure everything else against. You can load this thing light to vaporize coyotes and varmints, or you can stoke it with heavy grain weights and drop the biggest game walking the North American continent. It is a ballistic multi-tool that simply puts meat in the freezer and bad guys in the dirt. Today, we are looking at the top-tier hardware chambered in this heritage caliber. Every rifle on this bench offers a unique tactical advantage, so let's crack them open and see what makes them tick. Ruger American first up. The Ruger American series has effectively taken over the entry-level market in the last 10 years. This platform proved you do not need to empty your savings account to get modern engineering in a bolt-action rifle. The headline feature here is the Ruger Marksman Adjustable Trigger. It gives you a crisp, 2-stage break that you can dial in yourself between 3 and 5 pounds. That means you get a customized trigger pull weight without spending extra cash on a drop-in kit. Moving to the barrel, you have a cold hammer-forged tube made from 4140 chrome moly steel. It clocks in at 22 inches with a 1 in 10 twist rate. That twist rate is the sweet spot for stabilizing everything from monometal copper solids to heavy match-grade lead. The bolt utilizes a one-piece, 3-lug architecture with a short 70-degree throw. That shorter lift is critical because it keeps your knuckles from smashing into your scope bell and speeds up your cycling cadence. The stock is a lightweight synthetic setup that keeps the total package weight down to a manageable 6.2 pounds. They also ship it with a factory-installed Picatinny rail, so you are optics ready immediately. Ruger even offers SKUs with a Vortex Crossfire 2-scope pre-mounted. That makes this a true grab-and-go solution. For the money, the Ruger American in 30-06 is a serious heavy hitter. It is accurate, it is portable, and it delivers terminal ballistics without destroying your credit score. Winchester Model 70. Featherweight. When shooters mention the rifleman's rifle, they are talking about the Winchester Model 70. This icon hit the scene in 1936, and while the engineering has been tweaked, the DNA is untouched. The reputation of this platform is built on rock-solid reliability and perfect balance when you are trekking through the backcountry. The featherweight designation is well earned. It weighs in right between 6.5 and 7 pounds, but it feels substantial in the hands. The action lockup is absolute. The rifle comes to the shoulder naturally, and that marriage of polished steel and walnut gives you the timeless look of a serious hunting implement. The accuracy potential starts with the barrel profile. Winchester runs a free-floating, cold hammer-forged barrel on this rig. It is a 22-inch barrel that allows the 30-06 to achieve full velocity and burn its powder column efficiently. The trigger is their single-stage MOA trigger system. It is rugged enough for field work, but breaks cleanly enough for precision shots at extended ranges. You get a 5-round capacity fed from the top into an internal magazine. Everything about the featherweight is streamlined to prevent snagging on your kit or brush. This is not just a tool for harvesting game. It is a slice of American firearms history that is still doing work in the field today. Browning Bar Mark III. Moving over to the Browning Bar Mark III. This is the intersection where heritage craftsmanship meets modern semi-automatic capability. The bar name has deep roots, and the Mark III demonstrates exactly why this lineage is still relevant. It operates on a gas-driven long-stroke piston system. That mechanism does a phenomenal job of smoothing out the recoil impulse of the 30-06. It transforms a heavy recoil impulse into a manageable push, allowing for extremely rapid follow-up shots if your first round does not end the engagement. The action features a 7-lug rotating bolt head. That provides an incredibly strong lockup, which is why the bar was a pioneer in running magnum pressures in a semi-auto receiver. In this generation, Browning has introduced detachable box magazines on select models. However, most 30-06 variants stick to the classic hinged floor plate configuration. That keeps the underside sleek and maintains the manual of arms that traditionalists prefer. And we have to talk about the fit and finish. You buy a bar for the aesthetic as much as the performance. You are getting premium walnut, deep blued steel, and a level of refinement you just do not see on polymer rifles. It is a weapon that functions like a modern tactical tool, but carries the soul of a classic deer rifle. Remington 783. Now let's talk about a pure workhorse. The Remington 783 is purpose-built for the hunter who needs a tool that goes bang every time without the premium price tag. This bolt gun was Remington's answer to the demand for an affordable, no-frills rifle. It features a free-floating carbon steel barrel and a cylindrical receiver. But the secret sauce here is the aluminum pillar bedding inside the synthetic stock. That bedding locks the action into the chassis and prevents accuracy-robbing shifts. It skips the fancy engravings, but it doubles down on function. The accuracy on the 783 is frankly surprising for this price bracket. Inside practical hunting distances, this platform consistently punches sub-MOA groups. That is a level of precision you rarely see at this entry point. The trigger utilizes Remington's crossfire system. It comes from the factory breaking at 3.5 pounds. But you have the freedom to dial that down to 2.5 or up to 5 pounds, depending on your tactical requirement. That is a solid upgrade in flexibility compared to most budget-tier rifles. It feeds from a 4-round steel box magazine that sits flush, keeping the profile slick. And here is the reality check. The street price usually sits right around $450 for what you get in terms of pillar-bedded accuracy and adjustable trigger control. The Remington 783 might just be the best value proposition for a 30-06 on the market. Savage 11. 111 Trophy Hunter XP. Wrapping up the list, we have the Savage 11/111 Trophy Hunter XP. Savage has built their entire reputation on out-of-the-box accuracy and simple, robust engineering. That is exactly why it is a default choice for guys chasing whitetail and medium to large game. The barrel is fully free-floated from the receiver ring all the way to the muzzle crown. That floating ensures your zero holds true, even when the barrel heats up or you apply tension to the forend. The detachable magazine holds between 2 and 4 rounds depending on the specific caliber configuration. It is engineered for efficiency. Simple, reliable, and easy to load. But the real MVP here is the AccuTrigger system. This trigger gives you a safe, glass rod break with 0 creep and 0 over travel. The beauty is that you can customize the pull weight yourself without compromising the drop safety of the weapon. Speaking of safety, the rifle utilizes a 3-position tang safety. Position 1 locks the bolt and the trigger. Position 2 unlocks the bolt so you can clear the chamber safely, but the trigger remains dead. And Position 3 is fire mode. It is intuitive, tactile, and easy to operate with your thumb without breaking your firing grip. Savage also takes care of the end user with the included kit. They include the AccuTrigger adjustment tool and an Allen wrench right in the box, so you can fine-tune your scope rings and your trigger pull before you ever hit the range. Straight out of the box, this 30-06 is ready to perform with minimal fuss. So those are the 6 platforms we just ran through. Each one brings a specific set of tactical advantages to the table. If you are building a dedicated hunting rig or looking for that one rifle to last a lifetime, you need to consider the mission. Do you need fast follow-up shots and recoil mitigation? Then take a hard look at the semi-autos like the Benelli or the Bar. Are you doing day-long glassing sessions and need that one-shot precision? The Model 70 and the Savage are going to be your winners. Or do you want the best balance of raw value and versatility? The Ruger and the Remington earn that nod every day of the week. Drop your pick in the comments section below. Tell me which of these 6 you would shoulder for opening day, and tell me why. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, subscribe, comment. It really helps the algorithm and keeps the channel bringing you these real-world gear reviews. Stay safe out there. Keep your muzzle pointed in a safe direction, and keep that trigger finger indexed until you are on target.